5 essential things that I've learned about our inner child. Number one, all of our younger selves are still alive within us. They don't disappear, they live in our minds, in our bodies, and in our nervous systems. Different ages show up at different points in our lives too, just depending on what it is that we're dealing with. There's going to be seasons when our 16-year-old self might be the one responding, angry, misunderstood, ready to fight. And other times, our 4-year-old self is at the surface, craving approval, softness, and safety. Recognizing which part of you is reacting and trying to call on your attention is the first step towards self-awareness and real healing. Number two, when we don't tend to them, they take over our lives. The inner child doesn't stay silent. They just get really creative about being heard. And when they're ignored or suppressed, they start to, like I like to say, wear us like a suit. They take the wheel in moments of stress or conflict, reacting not from who we are now, but from who we were when that original wound was formed. So suddenly we're in our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, but we're responding like we're 7. Not because we're broken, but because that younger version of us still thinks that they need to protect us from harm. If you really pay attention, many of our world leaders are obviously wounded children. Weaponizing power, hoarding resources, doing anything that they can do to harness control, possibly because they never learned how to truly feel safe when they were children. Number 3, the ego's job is to protect us, and it usually will read from the inner child script. The ego's just doing what it was taught to do, avoid pain and give us an identity. But our deepest fears, our defensiveness, the stories that loop in our heads, they're often born from the moments in childhood when we didn't feel safe, loved, or enough. Understanding this really helped me gain a lot of self-compassion and also compassion for others, because essentially we're all dealing with this in one way or another. Number 4, one of the most powerful ways to support your inner child is to invite them into joy. Not just when you're in pain either, but especially on the regular days. Dance in your living room, make a mess on purpose, make art, go outside, play with your kids if you have children, play, period. Because inner child work isn't always shadow work. Like, yes, shadow work's important, but sometimes it's just about letting that part of you feel free, feel safe, and feel alive and cared for. And number 5, whatever you loved to do as a kid is probably medicinal for you now. Especially those weird ways that you like to move when you were a kid, the odd sounds that you made with your mouth, the ways that you breathe, like all those things that our parents and our families usually corrected us for. They show us what energetic and emotional regulation looked like before the world told us to get over it, to act more civilized or whatever that is. Returning to them is a way to honor what your mind and body needs now, and also honor the ways that little you knew how to take care of you back then. It's remembrance.